Sorry about that, guys. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, I'm gonna share this link real fast for my team. Can you guys still see me if I flip it? No. Is it like upside down? I think it is. Poop. I hate that Apple has their chargers in the bottom of the phone, and then they wonder why they break. Logic is don't put it in the bottom of your phone. Sorry guys, I'm sharing this link with my team really fast, getting them on the call, and I'll get started here in a second. It'll be boring until then, but thanks for the hearts. I'm not wearing makeup. Extra no makeup hearts. Okay, we'll get started here in just a second. Poop, wrong link. Maybe it's not. Okay. I'm new at this. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. That's fine. I'm glad you figured out how to comment. That's pretty much all there is to it. Easy peasy. This app is easier than Google Hangout, I feel like. Okay, let me see if this link works. My nose is really itchy today. I apologize. And one more place to share the link, and then we'll get started. An honorary squishy member, of course. We like our members extra squishy. Hello, Ms. Vincent. Hello, hello. Yay, hearts, yay, hooray. All right, guys, we're gonna get started. Not feeling that great today, so we're gonna probably not be on here very long, but we are talking about branding yourself, which is fun, right? Hi, Jody Altman, how are you? We're talking about branding yourself, and I don't mean it like coming up with your own like brand. I'm really talking about like marketing yourself and getting yourself out there, talking to strangers, being ready for opportunity, those kinds of things. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I have my little list here. First of all, with branding, the reason you want to do this, marketing yourself, you want to attract people that you don't already know, right? A lot of us have friends who are totally willing to buy from us, but it's kind of hard and tricky to get those conversations started with strangers, right? Or hoping that they even know you sell Scentsy. So some of my favorite, we're going to talk about ways to brand yourself. We're going to talk about how to be ready, because when you're ready for the opportunity to talk to someone, you're more likely to actually talk to somebody. Like if you don't have anything on you, like no business cards, no samples, no catalogs, nothing, you're probably not going to want anyone to come talk to you because you know you're not ready for it. So being ready, and then we're going to talk about tips for talking to strangers and not scaring them off, right? And not coming off like a crazy person. So let's talk about first things first. First of all, we need to be ready to have conversations with people, right? We need to be ready so that if somebody does ask us about our business, we're ready to tell them all about it. And so ways to get ready. First of all, you need to have business cards and things like that on you. Business cards and samples. Number one, I always say don't pass out a single business card if it's not connected to a sample, right? Because we sell fragrance. We want them to be able to smell our awesomeness, right? Because if they can smell it, you can sell it. That's pretty much how Scentsy works. One of my number one tips to any of my girls who are struggling, I'm like, you know what? I bet the only reason people aren't buying from you is because you haven't gotten the fragrance in front of them. If you can actually get people to smell Scentsy, they're gonna buy it. Like you don't even have to do a presentation. You just need to get them to smell it, right? So getting scent in front of people, the best, hi, everybody, boys and girls, I'm sorry. I'm not used to having guys on our team, and this year we got like 10, and I'm very psyched that they're here, and I just need to start watching my lingo. I apologize. I don't mean to offend. I'm very thankful you're here. But what you need to do is you want to make sure that all of your business cards come with samples. There's a million different ways to pass out samples. You could, if you need to, buy the rub and smell stickers and put those on your business cards if there's room on them. Or you want to start making samples of wax. I always do the scent of the month. There's a million different ways that you can do that. You can put, you can Google, how do I make Scentsy samples, right? There's 1,000 different ways. So whenever you pass out a business card, make sure it has a sample, because if they smell it, they're going to be more likely to call you. And then I need you to be ready for a conversation. So you're going to make sure you always have something on you. The best way to do that is to have a mobile office. Does everybody know what a mobile office is? We're going to talk about things to put in it. But a mobile office basically is a bag or a box that you keep in your car with you at all times. Just be careful because wax melts, which, we like it to do that, but don't keep wax in your car. Unless they're samples or felt samples, you don't have to worry about it, or use rub and sniff stickers in the summer. But in your mobile office, you need to have everything you could possibly need for any type of conversation you're going to have with somebody. So I want you guys to have your catalogs in there. I want you to have possibility packets in there. I want you to have hostess packets, anything that might come up in conversation so you're actually ready for it. And something you may not be thinking about, always have bulbs on you. I don't know how many loyal customers I've gotten from just having a bulb. Always have some bulbs on you in your car, ready to go, because people need bulbs. It's crazy. And most of the time they have Scentsy warmers sitting around their house that they haven't used in years because their Scentsy person quit and then they didn't know how to get a bulb. And they're going to ask you, do you have light bulbs? I swear it's one of the most popular things. Have bulbs on you. They don't melt. So that's magic, right? Always keep bulbs on you in your mobile office, in your car. And then not only should you keep catalogs in your car, you always want you guys really, really want your catalogs to do your work for you too. Scent circles are a great idea, Jessica. Scent circles, keep those in your car because I always stick them on people's like if I see somebody that has 30 of those pine trees in their rear view, I'll stick a scent circle in their wiper blades. You should probably use the good stuff. I'm just saying. Scent circles, they don't melt. It's a great idea. I want your catalogs to work for you when you pass them out. So you could always hand somebody a catalog, but that's not really a call to action. So I want you guys to buy catalog bags from the Scentsy family store. Catalog bags. Stick a catalog in it, stick a flyer in it, but always stick a host brochure and a join brochure in there. And then I want you to put some sort of a call to action in there. Make sure there's a sample or something smelly in there, or a scent circle or something like that. Something in that bag. Put it really cute with a ribbon, like a gift that you're giving them instead of just a catalog asking them to buy something. You're giving them like a gift. Like you're excited they asked you for a catalog. But also, I want you to have some sort of booking incentive in this catalog. You've already talked to them. You can absolutely give them some sort of an incentive in that bag. It's not like you're spamming strangers. You're talking to them. One of my favorite ones to do, Heather Gorsuch gave me this idea, playing cards. I want you to have playing cards. I want you to put, numbers 1 through 5, everything else, who cares? Playing cards. Put them in your catalog bags, and whatever the number on that playing card is all they have to pay for a warmer if they book a party with you. The nice thing is you're going to get to use the perpetual party reward to get that half off, and then you can pay for the rest if you want to. If you want to make money, sometimes you got to spend a little money. If that is not something you can afford at this juncture in your business, feel free to make it something that's not a warmer. You could always make it a different kind of game. Word it in a way out for everybody. Are you guys good? Can you see me still? My screen went black and then it came back on. Anyway, hopefully you're good. Hearts if you're good. Okay. So I will use the sweet. Thanks, guys. We put the playing cards in there because then it's like a game. It gives them a reason to talk to you. So you're always ready to have conversations. And we haven't even talked about how you're going to even start having conversations with strangers. Some of you are terrified right now. Michelle, maybe come out of the app and try to come back in again. It might help. So you're always ready for a conversation. You've got your samples on you all the time. The cards are just playing cards. You can buy them at the dollar store for like $1. Literally playing cards. Playing cards. We'll talk later, guys, on my team. There's a whole, like, okay. You can write it on paper or on a Post-it note. I don't care how you write it. Just tell them, if you book a party with me, text me with some dates, you can have a warmer for the price that's shown on this playing card. So it's like 1 to 5. So they can have a warmer for $1 if they book a party with you. They can have a warmer for $2, $3, $4, $5. I wouldn't go much higher because they're not going to have a lot of incentive to call you if they're paying, $10 for a warmer. I don't know why. It's still a great deal, but they may not call as much. So, and don't use jacks and kings and stuff like that. That's going to confuse them. I just use playing cards. So I always tell them, on the back of the card is Sharpie. Good idea. She writes what it means on the back of the card with a Sharpie. You could also get like Avery label stickers, stick it on the back of the card. It says, flip this card over to see the price you'll pay for a warmer if you book with me today. I rhyme on the spot. It's cool. Go ahead and write that down. I don't remember what I said, but it was pretty cool. So watch this later. But you can always make it cute. You guys can come up with your own ideas on how to do that. But it's just an incentive for them to book a party with you. Because you want parties, right? Like, you're going to talk to this person at the grocery store or somewhere like that, but you want action out of them. You don't want to just be handing out all of your stuff. And then here in a minute, we're going to talk about another way to get action out of them. High five? Thumbs up? Okay. So first of all, like I said, I want you ready for conversation, because if you've got your samples on you and you've got your catalogs on you and you have your possibility packets in your car and your hostess packets in your car and your samples, you're going to be excited to talk to people because you have all this stuff that you have to get out, right? So I want you guys to have those ready. And then we're going to talk about gear. Okay, you need to be wearing something Scentsy. If you're like me, I like to wear t-shirts sometimes, but I like to wear really plain clothes. I'm kind of boring. I just want to wear like stripes or a solid t-shirt. So those of you who like to wear t-shirts that say Scentsy big on them, and I wear a lot of American Hero clothing. I really like her stuff. But there's some times where, especially like in the fall and winter, where I want to wear a sweater or I want to wear like a flannel shirt or something that's obviously not branded Scentsy. You want to have something on you that kind of screams Scentsy, right? So you could always get those little help wanted buttons, and you could wear it on your shirt or put it on your purse or something like that that says Scentsy. Or the most amazing tool we have for people who don't want to wear Scentsy on their clothes, the show-off bag that we have in the Scentsy family store right now. The show-off bag is awesome because it's huge. You could use it as a diaper bag if you wanted to. And then on the back side, it's got a place for catalogs. It's got a place for all those things that I just told you to be ready with. And it's big, so you can put even more stuff inside. It's got a pocket for all the samples and stuff like that that you can carry with you everywhere. So it's cute. It says Scentsy, but you don't have to have your Scentsy gear. And it's not like you own one Scentsy shirt, but you wore it yesterday, so you can't wear it again today. The bag you can carry every single day, right? So it's a really economical way to brand yourself when you're out and about. Buy a bag or a tote or something that says Scentsy, so you don't always have to be wearing the clothes, right? Because I really like sweaters, and you guys know I love LuLaRoe. Like, I wear that everywhere, and that doesn't say Scentsy on it. So I always want to find a way that everybody will know that I sell Scentsy. So that show-off bag is awesome, or a tote, or something that says Scentsy on it that maybe not be your clothing. Another thing I like to wear, I wear this with every single LuLaRoe shirt I wear because it doesn't say Scentsy on it, is my Scentsy necklace. I do not remember if they still sell these in the family store, but I always have my Scentsy necklace on it. And you know what? This gets a lot of attention, as small as it is, because people always think it's my name. And so they're like, oh, what does your necklace say? Is that your name? And I'm like, no, it says Scentsy. If it's not in there anymore, feel free to make one. You can buy like letter charms. You can buy all kinds of stuff. I know like there's that Keep Collective stuff. You guys could buy that, but that's going to cost you like $125. Or you could just go on like Etsy and you can buy those things for like $10. Etsy has a bunch of, like, you can buy the band and then you can buy all the letters individually for like $10. It's super cheap. If you want something that says Scentsy, like as a bracelet. Bottle cap necklaces. Yeah, you guys can make your own jewelry for sure. Joanne's, you said, has those little strappy bracelets with the letter sliders. Awesome. Yeah, you guys can make your own jewelry. I think that's cute. So make bottle cap necklaces, like she said. Go to Joanne's, get the little slider bracelets. Feel free to be creative. Yeah? So feel free to be creative. So make your own stuff if you need to, if you can't afford to buy a ton of Scentsy shirts so you have something to wear every day. But that show-off bag, I would invest in something like that, because then you always have something that screams Scentsy and gets people to ask you questions. So I have that, and they don't have this anymore, but I'm sure they'll come back out with it. And you guys can always use Custom Consultant, which I think is still a thing, and you can get any jacket you want branded like this. But we had this like soft shell bag or soft shell jacket for the last couple years. I wear that in the fall, and I get stopped all of the time with that because people think, because it's like black and it's like really sleek and really cool, people always think I like work for Scentsy, so they like want to talk to me about how I got my job with Scentsy. So it's really funny because it looks like a really professional, I have an office job fancy jacket. I love that jacket. I hope they come out with a new one in the new Scentsy logo. If they don't, like I said, use Custom Consultant on the workstation and build yourself a jacket. Or seriously, I have an embroidery machine. A lot of you guys have embroidery machines at home. Do that. Just go get a jacket or like a cheap fleece or something from Walmart and embroider your own and put it on there. Or make friends with somebody who has a silhouette and can do a vinyl heat transfer for you on a jacket. So like I said, you can always make your own stuff. So I like to wear a jacket, or I wear my necklace and that bag during fall and stuff when I'm not usually wearing t-shirts. I have an embroidery machine. I don't know how to use it. I've thought about Googling how do I use this embroidery machine, but I just don't. Yeah. So, it came with my sewing machine. Like, it was just an attachment for it. So, I need to Google that and figure it out. I usually just sew. I forget to embroider. I don't even know how to use it. But yeah, make friends with somebody who has an embroidery machine. A lot of people with, sewing machines, their sewing machines have the embroidery option, right? So now we talked about, okay, you're ready for the conversation. You've got your mobile office. It's full of catalogs. It's full of like deluxe, awesome catalogs, because yes, I'm going to post this on YouTube. Yep. It'll be on YouTube. Sorry. The question was, will you post the replay on YouTube? Those comments probably don't show up for people watching online, so I will put it on YouTube. So you are ready. You got the awesome catalogs because you put them in a catalog bag with some really cool ribbon, and it's got a catalog. It's got all their flyers. It's got your info, samples, all kinds of awesome stuff. Maybe even a scent circle if you're feeling super dandy, right? So you've got these really awesome, cute catalogs that you can't wait to get into people's hands. And then you've got, you know, all of your stuff. You're ready for these conversations. You're branded. You're excited, but now you're terrified of somebody actually talking to you, right? Or you really don't know how to bring up the conversation because it's kind of freaking you out. I have severe social anxiety. Anybody else? Can't stand people. They freak me out. Like, I like people, but like I get terrified of people in real life. Like, I can talk online and I can make videos, but if it's like real people, it freaks me out. I do at least find I'm a little braver when I'm ready for the conversation, because I think my biggest social anxiety issue is getting caught off guard. Like if people call me, like, it freaks me out because I don't know what I'm about to say, right? Because I need to be prepared for this conversation. I need to have practiced it. I need to know what I'm talking about. Or when people Facebook message me, hey, I have a question, but they don't ask the question, I'm like, I don't know what the question's going to be, and it freaks me out. Is that weird? Probably, but that's just me, and I know a lot of you feel that way too. Freaks me out. Like, I'm like, if you're going to message me, message the whole question out so that I can, like, mentally prepare for this and prepare an answer before I allow you to bombard me or ambush me. Like, it's ridiculous. I overread the whole situation. But I find in real life, in public, I am so much more ready for the conversation if I'm wearing my Scentsy stuff and I have all of my materials with me. I'm so much more ready. And especially when I can kind of play out some situations in my head beforehand. So the cool thing is, most of the time when you're branded, people are going to ask you about Scentsy. So you're not going to have to be that nervous about how to bring it up, but you don't really want to be that pushy. So always have something with you, like a business card, or like I have personalized pins, right? But we do this, don't we? We're so funny. But yeah, I have personalized pins. She said, I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels this way. Personalized pins, anything that I have on me. And if it's so I always have something on me. So a personalized pin, samples for like a quick conversation. So if somebody comes up to you and asks you, oh my gosh, you sell Scentsy? That's awesome. I need a new consultant. That is 10 times pretty much what it is. I need a new consultant. I've been needing some bulbs. You got bulbs in your car, so you get to close the deal right there. Most of the time it's like, oh my gosh, I need bulbs. Do you sell the bulbs? I get that all day, every day. But they always need a new consultant, and you are totally ready to be their new consultant because you have everything with you. So you're going to give them that awesome bag that has the playing card in it that invites them to have a party with you, and they're going to get something freaking sweet for doing so. And it's got, it's cute. They like you already because you made the bag cute, and it feels like a gift. It's a present for them. But here's one thing I want you guys to have on you. I want you guys to have drawing slips on you. You know the ones that say, enter my drawing from the family store, and they've got all their info right there? As you're talking to them, I want you to hand them a drawing slip. I want you to get all of their info, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to have the best of intentions of calling you, and they're going to forget. You're going to give them this awesome package of awesomeness, your catalog and all that good stuff. You're going to give them a sample, or you're going to give them a pen, and they're never going to call you. You're never going to hear from them. So I want you to be getting their information. Always give them a drawing slip. I always carry those with me. I give them out more than I even give samples out. Sometimes if I don't have anything on me and I only have my drawing slips, I'm still ready because I'm collecting information. And I always tell them at the end of every month, anyone I've met and collected information from, I enter them into a drawing, and they win a prize. They don't care what the prize is. People just want free stuff. You don't even have to know what the prize is going to be. It could be a scent circle. It can be anything. Nobody cares what the prize is. They just want to win. So they're going to fill that out for you. People like filling stuff out. If that doesn't really work for you, you can always say, hey, I want you to take a picture of your business card before you go out anywhere. Go take a picture of it right now if you have to. Keep that on your phone at all times. And if they ask you about Scentsy, be like, yeah, I sell it. Can I text you my business card so you have it on your phone? You don't lose it? They'll say yes, because why not? Like, they don't want to lose it. Or, who cares? Yeah, text me. Now you have their phone number. So you're going to text them your business card, and you have their phone number, and now you get to follow up with them and text them after they get off work or wherever you met them at. You can text them and say, hey, I met you today. I sent you a picture of my business card. Do you want me to mail you a catalog, or did you want to learn anything else about Scentsy? Were you out of something that you really needed? So these are really great ideas for conversations when somebody else brings it up to you. They saw your awesome Scentsy necklace. They saw your show-off bag that had everything you were ready to do in it. They saw your Scentsy debit card, and they're like, how do you make money doing that? And you were ready for that conversation. So they asked you. That's a lot of really great opportunity right there when they've asked you, right? Okay, what if nobody's asking you? What if you are the one who has to bring up the conversation? Always stand in the back of the line at the grocery store. Go to the grocery store, find the longest line, and start making small talk with the person in front of you, because they're going to talk to you because you're all bored. I know that's terrifying. That's my least favorite option, but you're not even going to talk about Scentsy, so that takes off some of the pressure. You could be like, oh my gosh, I love your shoes. Like, you can do whatever you want, or say, that's my favorite brand of cereal. Like, whatever you want to do to kind of like break the ice, right? You're going to kind of start talking, and then what are you going to do? You can ask them something like, what do you do for a living? Because you've been talking about cereal for a while. You feel like you can ask that. And they're going to tell you, but guess what they're always going to ask? They're going to ask you back, what do you do for a living? And then now you get to talk about Scentsy. You don't even have to bring up Scentsy right away. You can say, I have a candle business that I run from home. And they're going to say, oh my gosh, I love candles. And then you can start talking about it. But it always sounds like it was their idea to learn about it, because you didn't bring it up to begin with. It wasn't like you were trying to get that weaseled in there. You were just making conversation. That takes so much of the pressure off you, because you don't feel like you're pitching someone. So you're going to bring up a really natural conversation. And everyone says, how do I start having conversations with people? First of all, you need to start smiling at people. Smile at everybody. Have a permanent smile on your face. Be the person who smiles at everybody, because you don't know when someone needs a smile, okay? The more you realize that you've been smiling, drive-thrus have been awesome for you. Drive-thrus are a really great way to give your information out. I hand stuff over with debit cards all the time. So, like, anything you can do to just talk to people. Everyone likes you a lot more than you think they do. So, anytime that you think that you're being annoying, you're probably not. What if you have resting bee face? Just smile. I know what that's like. Don't rest your face anymore. Stop resting it. Focus on smiling. I know it takes a little effort, but just, grin. Be creepy about it. I don't even care. Or if you are not very good at smiling because you have the resting, not so smiley face, start doing friendly things for people. Hold the door open for people everywhere you go. Always hold the door open. Always say thank you. Always acknowledge people's good behaviors, good deeds, things like that. And just start being more active at being positive. Start being more, just smile. Always. Like, try to always be positive. I always tell people, like, you are marketing yourself all the time, whether you want to or not, because the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to go tell someone to buzz off, and then the next person's going to ask you about Scentsy, or they were going to ask you about Scentsy, but you were being a jerk, and so they're not going to anymore. So always focus on making sure that you're always putting your best self out there, and you're going to find that it gets easier with time, and then you're going to find that a lot of really good stuff happens in regards to you putting your best self forward and smiling at everybody, and like, being ready for those conversations. Always be smiling, always be friendly, be that person that people want to talk to, be the person who makes someone's entire crappy day just because you smiled at them, just because you like opened the door for them. You're going to find it so much easier to talk to people when you're just naturally more open to recognizing that people exist. Like, sometimes people are like, I don't know who to talk to. I'm like, do you ever actually notice people during the day? Do you actually recognize that somebody was in the room with you? Like, the people in the drive-thru, like, they're people too. Like, I know so many people who have road rage, or they have no patience with people that are serving them. They don't have patience with the people behind the counter anywhere that they go. Start practicing patience and start practicing love. I always see, whenever I see people, I go, that person has a family, that person has people who love them, and if they don't, I'm going to be that person today. I always tell myself, even if they're driving me nuts, I always say that person has a family, they have someone who loves them, and if they don't, I'm going to be someone who loves them today. Always just be a light, shine as bright as you can, and you're going to find that you end up having conversations you don't mean to have because people were just drawn to you. Always be kind, okay? Always be kind. That's my biggest tip, is you just have to start practicing kindness everywhere you go. And then you're going to find that you start having conversations about your business even more. And you're going to forget that you meant to have conversations about your business. It's just going to start coming up because people are going to want to talk to you. They're going to notice you because you've helped them in some way. You've brightened their day. Always be kind. Like I said, smile at everybody, open doors, recognize people, tip really well at restaurants. And then just always be kind to people, be patient, and always realize that there's probably a reason why somebody's acting the way they are. If somebody is being really mean to you, it has nothing to do with you, ever. There's something going on, and you just need to be a light to them. I always tell my son, when you go to school, if somebody's being mean to you, always love them, but you don't have to hang out with them. Just be kind to them, smile at them, and let them just vent. Let them be themselves, but always be kind back. But you don't have to hang out with them. It's okay. But you just need to be kind as you can be, no matter what. But don't let them bully you. Okay? But that's not really here or there. People aren't really bullying us at restaurants. But just remember, if somebody's having a rough time or they're not treating you 100%, it has nothing to do with you usually. It's usually something that's going on at home, or they just read a text message they didn't want to read at work, or anything like that. So always be kind, be a light, be kind to people, open doors, smile at everyone. Like at Aldi's, it's as simple as letting someone have your quarter cart without taking your quarter back. If you guys don't have Aldi's where you live, I'm sorry, that's a really bad example. But like just little things like that make such a huge difference in someone's day. So like I said, always be ready. Have your catalogs, have your samples, have everything on you at all times. Never leave your house without it. That's why a mobile office is so important, because you don't have to remember before you leave the house to grab stuff. It's already on you in your car. Have a mobile office. I think we sell one in the Scentsy family store, but you just need a bag or a little box. You know, the boxes that our bars come in, just wrap one of those in paper and make it cute and put some catalogs and stuff in it. It doesn't have to be fancy at all. But always be ready for those conversations. So you're going to have all your materials on you at all times. Always brand yourself and have your gear. Like I said, have an accessory of some sort, especially that show-off bag. Those are some of the best ways to get people to notice you, especially if you're not the kind of person who wants to wear blingy shirts or purple shirts all the time, especially as fall comes. I know a lot of us like to wear flannels and sweaters, and we don't really want to wear our t-shirts anymore, right? An $8 Walmart trunk organizer works great, is what Jessica says. So don't forget to do that. That's a great idea. So all kinds of ways you guys can do it on the cheap, especially if you just started. There's no reason to be spending a ton of money on Scentsy before you make money. I have girls who are like, I just spent like $300 in the family store. And I'm like, don't do that. You can really find ways to run your business for less when you're first getting started. So I want you guys to make sure that you're finding ways to brand yourself and keep yourself out there in ways that aren't making you go broke. Don't spend too much money before you start making some money, right? Like I said, be ready. Wear your gear of some sort, anything. Always have something on you that says Scentsy. Your car decal is great, but it doesn't follow you into the store, right? So the car decal is great, but you always want something on your person that says Scentsy. Like I have my necklace. I don't think they sell in them anymore. We talked about making your own, or the show-off bag that we sell in the Scentsy family store is a phenomenal tool. So the show-off bag, or like I said, my jacket, find a way to get something that you wear over your clothes. So always be ready. And then talking to strangers, being kind, making sure that those opportunities don't miss you because you weren't really letting people see the best of you. So make sure that you're ready for those conversations. Don't be afraid to compliment a stranger or hold the door open for them, or anytime you see someone that needs something, help them get something off of a shelf, or they drop something out of their purse, you pick it up and hand it back. You're going to find that you have so many more conversations just by being kind to everyone that you meet and wearing your Scentsy gear, right? So does anybody have any questions? You guys can write comments in this app, which is really cool. Which we normally can't do on Google Hangouts. So I would love to get some questions. If there's no questions, we're going to say sup and bye. And that was only 30 minutes. I told you guys it wouldn't take very long. Do you think I covered enough? If you guys have any questions, let me know. And I think we're on a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to pause a little bit just in case. If you don't have any questions, just tap the hearts like crazy. Okay? Yeah? I got a great job. Great job. Okay, so I think we're good. All right, guys, if you do have questions, where can we get cute Scentsy shirts? Scentsy Family Store has some. Really cute ones, you're going to want to go to American Hero Clothing. There is a group on Facebook called Scented Spirit Shirts, and she sells a lot of our Scentsy shirts in there, which is really great. How do you go from here is my quarter cart to let's talk about Scentsy? I always say don't try to talk Scentsy with everyone. It's going to start coming up. Like if you start putting yourself out there and being kind, I know that sounds so vague, but it's so true. You don't want to be like, here's my quarter cart. Have you heard of Scentsy? Right? You don't want to bring up a conversation like that. But if you're wearing your Scentsy gear and you have your bag on you and they see it and you just gave them a quarter cart, you just did something nice for them, and they might do something nice back, like ask you a question about yourself, or say thank you, or they'll extra notice that you have your Scentsy gear on you. And if they don't talk to you, that's fine. Yeah, leave a sample in the cart. That's absolutely awesome. Leave a sample or a catalog in the cart that you used. The cashier at Aldi's is a great person to talk to while they're ringing up your stuff. Anything like that. Anytime I go through a checkout lane with something that says Scentsy, I always get asked. You're going to find that you have conversations you don't mean to have because you're branded and you're ready for those conversations. You have stuff in your bag. You're going to be ready for them to talk to you. And they're going to because you're ready and you look like you're ready. You look approachable. You were kind. You were opening the door, giving people your quarter carts. You were helping pick something up off the floor that they dropped. You were making silly faces at their really angry toddler. Anything that was showing that you were a human, you were approachable, and that you were being kind. And those are things even someone like me with social anxiety can do. I can hold a door open for someone. I can give someone my quarter cart. And the more I've practiced doing those things, the less scary they are. So just smile, open doors. The simple actions are going to get you a lot of attention. More questions? This will be on YouTube, and I am on Facebook. So if some of you aren't my friends, feel free to message me. And with that said, have a great night, right? Good night, guys.